What's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of This New Cabin. Yeah, we're still kicking butt. I've been busting up rounds and stuff. But I've been up here for a little while. I was quiet for a little while. But let me show you something. Okay? This is where the cabin is. All the wood pile. And this is the little path I go up and down with my four-wheeler. As you can see, it's a little steep, but that's okay. So we're going to take a walk up here. I got to show you guys some stuff. When I come down here this morning, I scared an animal. And you're asking me, what kind of animal did you scare up? Was it a deer? Was it a fox? What was it? Was it a Sasquatch? Well, to tell you the truth, kids, I ran through a big old pile of its crap right there. And if anybody doesn't know what that is, it's got a lot of berries and stuff in it. We're going to go over here and show you. Okay. Right down that hill is where the cabin's at. I'm just up on the top. So, we're coming over here. And this is where I've been cutting boards and stuff over here. So, right over here where I'm cutting boards at, and it goes all the way back to where I get off the trail and stuff. This is what I scared up. That there's a bear print. That there's my boot. There's another bear print right there. That's my boot. There's another one. And where were they? They're around here somewhere. Okay, you notice how big this one is? And this one's a little smaller. Right? That's a baby bear. I scared a mama and her baby up here this morning when I was coming up. And they were walking down the trail, right down through here, the trail I come up, but they turned and went up there. But a little farther down, I gotta go through this muddy mess, but we're not gonna walk through it. We're gonna walk off the side. So we're walking off the side of this, right? So we're going up the trail just a little bit more. By the way, that there's coyote. Lots of coyote prints. Lots of deer too. Lots of deer prints. Lots of sign up here today. Well, anyways, I kind of stepped on half of it. Okay, you can see my boot print. And this is the bear print. That's from that big male. That, kids, is a big, big bear for up here. And the baby bear prints right there from just the other day. And then when you come up here, going around the corner here, go around the corner, there's my bridge. Okay? So, walking around here, I don't know if I stepped on all of them or not. Let's see. I might have stepped on all of them. Well, anyways, that big bear goes that way. And this is by the bridge where I come across. That's the bridge. But this right here is the trail that big old boy takes off on. And as you can see, he slid right there and went up. That's his trail right here. See, we go right up over here. There's a deer print. See if I cannot slide and fall on my ass. But anyways, bear print, bear print, bear print. And it goes right up through there. I know y'all saw that video a day or so ago, a couple days ago, about the bear that I saw 30 feet away. I'm not just playing with one bear up here. There's 9 that I know of. And what they're doing is they're eating the berries and whatnot up here. And yeah, so anyways, walking through all these brambles. They look like raspberry bushes, but they're not. They're just brambles. Anyways, we're walking back, right? Because I walked this just a little while ago. Look at that big. I kind of stepped behind it and squashed it in. But there's my boot print. And there's that bear paw. That thing is massive. That's a big old bear. That's a big bear. That's that one I saw the other day. He's over 500 pounds. He's big. He's big, 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 big. And here I am walking around here without my rifle. Just down there at the cabin. I'm not worried about it. I'm still armed. I've got kniffies on me. So, but I also want to show you something else. 4 days ago, I was up here. And if everybody remembers that the corn situation was getting dire, they were getting low. So I decided I was going to put the other 15 or 50 pounds of corn down. Yeah. So we did that. Let me not step in the bear squinch. The bear dookie. Yeah, I ran over it with my four-wheeler by accident. It was steaming this morning. It was a big pile, and it was fresh. Fresh. That's today's fresh. It's like today's bread, not day-old bread. It's today's poop. So anywho's and anyways, walk down the hill. There's a little bitty bear poop. There's the cabin. This is like not very, just like right here at the cabin. So this tells you what's around here. Okay, let's go in front of the four-wheeler. We're going to go down the hill. Gotta show you guys something. So, yeah. Walking along, singing a song. Looking for some more bear poop. Alright. So anyways, we've had a mama bear and a baby bear up here today. That's today. The male bear was probably up here maybe early this morning. That's when he likes to come out, or in the afternoon, about this time. So I got to watch myself. Well, anyways, we're walking the trail right here that the deer and the bear and everything else use. Right here. Right? Walking the trail. Walking. Now you remember, this is 3 or 4 days ago. There's 50 pounds of corn. It's gone. I mean, it's flat ass. They chewed it. Hey, the bear was making a little fire ring up here. No, what he was doing is, it was digging. It was digging for more corn. And then, okay, this is where I have all the deer cane. Bears are attracted to it too because there's a bear print. They come over here And look at all this salt stuff that's in the ground too. And I was right down there at the bottom of the hill the other day, and that bear was right there. About 30, 40 feet. Not very far at all. And he comes down this trail and goes back and around. He comes off that other trail where I used to have the tent. I was thinking about building the cabin over there, but we're not. And when I scare him off, he runs straight up the hill. Up there where I was cutting all them trees. So, yeah. And if you don't believe, okay, probably scared it off this morning. I just seen this. Because I haven't been up here. I knew the corn was gone because I couldn't see it. Alright. There's the corn pile, the deer cane, and you walk right here, right around, and look at this. This here, something big laid down in here. That big. And from what I see, bear print, bear print, bear print, bear print, a bear laid down in here. He took a snooze right here. And that's the cabin over there. So I'm just saying, that's 50 yards maybe, 50. So I have a bear laying down over here by my cabin. That's not really unnerving. I'm not really worried about it. It's just good to know. So if I have a bear camping out here at night, which is okay, he's just being close to the food. But I've got to go down and get some more cone. But this right here, this is all bear. Millipede, some mushroomy rooms. Yeah. This is, yeah, this is fun. So yeah, I'm actually standing right where a bear camped out. So yeah, it's all flattened. This looks like it's not just yesterday, but it looks like it's been used a couple of days. So I think there is a bear camping out here. So you can see where he was tromping around, and he's going down here. So, oh yeah, we got the bear over here. That's why I carry that 30-06. It's just for my protection. I don't want to shoot him yet because it's not season for him. But if push comes to shove, we can damn sure do it. But yes, the bear have been over here. The deer have been over here. I might get me along with the corn and apples, I might put out a couple jars of peanut butter. They love peanut butter. Yeah. So anyways, let me get out of where the corn was. Let's get back down the trail. Yeah, this isn't 30, 40 feet from where that bear was at. And I was standing. Oh yeah. So we have bears. We have bears. Bears and deers and coyotes up here. I haven't seen the kitty cat tracks yet. We'll see them soon. Because I know I've seen a couple bobcats up in here. And one mountain lion. But yeah. Oh, here we go. this is what I've been up to kind of today. This here tree, I got a 12 footer in here. I got a 14 and another 12 off the end. I've been busting this up. I got to bust this middle piece in half. But I've got to be real careful with it because of it used to be a tree limb. So I'll cut it right around in here. This piece is going to be hard to bust. It's all oak. And then that one's cut, that one's cut. Like I said, this piece, I was going to get 5 out of it. I have been cutting the limbs off, getting them down. But here's this tree that I wanted to use for the cabin. So, I've been cutting a lot of limbs off and getting it ready. That one there is going to be, this is going to be, all this oak is going to be firewood. This here, these are logs for my cabin. And so, yeah, I cut right there. And, well, I measured 12 foot and came back to here, cut it. It's actually about almost 13. So that's going to be the short side. The 14, which is almost 15 foot long, is the long end. And yeah, I'm getting this all cleaned up over here so I don't have to play with it anymore. And when I get all this cleaned up out of here, whatnot, most of it, whatever, then right in here, I'm going to be putting a bunch more of these branches and stuff to hide that from over there. So, yeah. I just wanted to show you all that this is how wild it is up here. Okay? So yeah, I'm in the midst of a lot of bear, a lot of deer, coyotes, foxes, there's raccoons up here. I've seen a couple of possums, bobcats, I've seen 2 or 3. I've seen that mountain lion. Now the mountain lion, I will not hunt. I won't kill it unless it actually is actively stalking me and comes at me, because they are few and far between in this state. A lot of people say that they do not exist up here, but as for me being from Colorado, I know what a mountain lion looks like, and it's totally different from a bobcat. So yeah, we are just kicking butt. See, now I got my little setup here to lock all my tools, and then I cover it all up, make sure everything's dry. Got my cooler set up in here. Brought me a big bottle of water today. I figured I'm drinking those big 2-liter Cokes. Once I get done with them, empty them out, wash them out, and use them for water bottles up here instead of bringing 20-ounce bottles. And then I don't have to use the purple jugs. I've got 3 of those down the house. I have one up here. And they all need to be filled for when I start doing concrete or washing my paws and whatnot. And I don't know if you guys seen the other day, a lot of these rounds that I've been busting up over here, like that one, there's part of that one. That's 2 rounds over there. Plus I put up a couple more. That was from up there. That was that big log up there. And I had rolled it down here. So, yeah, we're working, you know, just having fun. It's about halfway through the day. I didn't get up here till late, so I got up here about 9 o'clock or so. That's why the bear was up in here with the baby. So I scared the mama bear, and that's not a good thing to be riding a 4-wheeler up here and have the baby bawl and have mama rush me. No, that's not a good thing. Not a good thing at all. Anyways, I'm going to put you down for just a second. Let you look at the West Virginia sky here for just a second. Want to give me a cigarette? But anyways, yeah. This 62-year-old boy right here, just kicking butt. We are, like I said, we are on our 5th row. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the 5th row. And my cut wood. Okay, these are all between 16 and 20 inches. So every 2 is 36 inches. 3 foot. Okay, so we have 36 inches. So 3 foot by 6 foot by 9 foot is a cord. So I have 3 foot twice by 6 foot by 12 foot. So I have 2.5 cord at least. And once I get all that packed in here, we're just going to keep going up to 6 foot high and then start my next row in here. I will have between 3 and 4 cord of wood. And we're slowly and surely getting all this out. I've got to do my bags up. I won't be up here tomorrow, or if I am, it'll be early. But we're going to have some storms. And these storms, here, let me get you out of the sunlight. Okay, these storms tomorrow, got to have a couple with heavy rain. Not sure when they're going to come in, but I don't want to walk up in here too awful hard. I guess leaning against those two right there. Okay, so I'm getting ready to clean all this up here in a little while, maybe next couple of days. Cut all these branches off, put them over there, pull all these logs down, cut them up for firewood, clean up these branches, get them out of here. Now, yesterday I was up here and cutting trees. And I got a tree right there cut. Now, that's the tree standing up. It's stuck up in the branches up in these trees up here. That thing is long. But that's going to be for logs for the sides and ends of my cabin. It finally fell off that stump. But we're going to have 60, 70 mile an hour winds. So I'm going to leave it alone. And after the winds tomorrow, when I come up here, that thing should be laying clean across, and I'll have to cut it up. So I don't want to fool with it right now. That thing's massively heavy, and me trying to move it or post it and cut it, it's I would cut more out of it than I want. And then right straight up this hill, I've got like 6 more trees to cut. I've got 4 fell, and they're all going down this way. So yeah, and I've got all these branches and crap to pick up. This log right here, I got to pull out, cut up for firewood. That one there, I got to cut up firewood. I'm going to have plenty of firewood for the winter. I got to get it done now, because it's got to dry at least 3 months, 4 months. So it is July 20th. Okay? So we're almost done with July. So August, September, and October. October starts hunting season. So here in a little while, I may cut littler trees, and then all the scarf boards I need, the extras that I have for doing the floors and stuff for the porch and the deck that's going to be off the side, and the roof. So once I get boards cut and stuff, all that extra is going to be cut up for firewood. Other than that, the oak and stuff that I'm working on now, I will bring over and cut kind of as I need it. We're not going to cut a lot more because I want at least 3 cord for the winter. That'll definitely do for the winter. But yeah, we're standing up on top of the hill. Or it goes down. And there's the cabin. And as you can see, I have quite the wood pile from this end. So yeah, we're gonna stack that all in there. And it's not too bad today for heat. It's on the mid-80s side. And then coming up here, I've got logs and stuff, a tree that I cut. And I cut logs out of it, so I'm going to be bringing those down, cut those up firewood. Extra pieces up here, those are going to be firewood. I've got one here, one there. I've got 2 or 3 up there. I've got some branches and stuff, smaller stuff. I've got part of a tree there, part of an oak tree right over here. I've got those pieces. Yeah, I've got all kinds of stuff to cut up for firewood. This stuff's been drying for a little while, but it's still green because I haven't split it up. It hasn't dried. So, yeah, we're going to start gathering that stuff up and rolling it down this hill, and I'll just throw it over and cut it up and split it as I go. Yeah. But as you can see, I've got this one here, I got that one, got this piece, got that piece, got the top. We're just wandering through here. I may see a snake, I may not. But there's the creek. And like I said, ooh, I just walked into a spider web. Like I said, when that tree comes down, basically, I'm in the path right now where it's going to come down. So if it starts coming down, I will jump out of the way. But, yeah. Because it's right up there. So, and then I can cut a bunch of trees right up in here, bunch up in there, and we're going to kind of thin this out. So this is all kind of thinned out for hunting. This is where the bears like to hang out up there, and the deer. So, yeah, yay me. What else we got? And in this creek, this is where I get all my moss for the chinking. I should start on that, but right now I'm still going on the walls. It's getting there. Looking more like a cabin every day. But yeah, once we get basically the walls and the roof put on, I can work on the doors and the windows and everything else. I'll bring up, once I get the roof on there where it's not going to get wet inside, then I'll probably end of the month or so, maybe mid next month, I'll bring up 2 bags of concrete, Quikrete, and I'll put them inside the cabin because I'm going to use that to build the fireplace. I got to bring my stovepipes up when I do that. In the meantime, I have been rolling rocks down the hill and getting some put up. I still need to get a decent sized cap rock. We'll find one. You don't have to be too terribly wide. It just got to be kind of long. But walk back over here by the cabin, since I'm right next to the 4-wheeler. Okay. We come back here. Like I said, I have been pulling rocks off the hill. And this is all going to be used for building the fireplace. And then when I get the deck, I'll grab a bunch more. I mean, there's rocks all over this hill, and I've just been pulling them from right here. I'll make the little fire pit on the deck when I get that done. But that deck is going to be like the last thing I do. I will be cutting, when I do the boards for the porch, I'll measure it out and figure out how many board feet I need for back here on the deck. And I may have to have a shortened deck, but that's okay. It'll be a deck all the same. And I'll go ahead and split all the boards for that, and we'll just stack them up inside the cabin. And then when I get the framing of it built back in here, we'll put them in here, and if I have to cut any more boards, I'll have trees to do it. Now I'm thinking, because boards are kind of massive and whatnot, I'm looking at this tree right here. It's tall. And as I'm cutting it, I can get 1, 2, 3, 4 out of just about each part up until about right in there. I might get 3 or 4 out of those up there. But it's about 16 inches around at the butt, which is big enough for me. And what I'll do is, when I fall that, we're going to fall it this way. We're going to have it crash right down through here. And probably break that tree right there. Probably knock it over. Whatever I knock over, I'll probably cut up for firewood. But I want to get this tree right here, and if I need more, I've got one right behind it. And I'll fall that same place, because there won't be any wood after I get it all cut up. So between this tree and this tree, I'll have enough board feet to do all of it. And this is like right next to the cabin. So I don't have I won't have far to pick up the boards and stuff. So I've already identified the trees I want. 1, 2. And I've got all this brush to clean up. I've got trees that I fell, and I took a log out of them. The rest of it is kind of trash wood, but I'm not going to cut them up yet. I don't want to get them yet, because of when I start the peaks, I need shorter logs. So, and I think they'll do the trick. I think they'll do exactly what I want for them. Now I've got some dead trees and stuff over here that I got to pick up, bring over, cut up for firewood, whatever. So that's down the road. But yeah, this is what we got going. I've been starting to clean up this mess back here. I'm going to cut that down, and just clean up all this mess right here and put it over there, because this is where the deck's going to be. That way, the corn pile and where I'm baiting the deer and burying right here, it's an easy shot. I'll just sit out on my porch and just pow. Be like, kind of like being in a tree stand, but in comfort. I'll be on a chair and everything else. So, but anyways and anywho's and anyways, yeah, we're having fun. I'm sweating my butt off. But anyways, this be me, you be you, you be good. And I hope you all had a happy 4th of July, 250th birthday of this great nation. And we showed the world during the FIFA Cup how great this country really is. A lot of those people from different countries wanted to stay. That's how great this country is. And the ones that say, America ain't worth shit, and you say, okay, well, we'll send you to another country. No, I want to stay. That's because this is the greatest country in the world, and I hope and pray that all of you stay safe. until the meantime, till the next time, same bat time, same bat channel. See ya!